As many of you know, a new reboot of the iconic Friday the 13th series is on the way from Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes production company. Reports had surfaced earlier that the new film would be a found footage movie, while later reports denied it. Now producer Brad Fuller has revealed that the project was indeed targeted to be a found footage film, but no longer. In an interview with Shock Till You Drop, Fuller said the following: "That was a road of found footage style that we went down and tried to figure out. Ultimately, I think Michael, Drew, and I felt that we couldn't figure that out, so we kind of jettisoned that whole notion, and we had to start over. We're in the latter phases of that starting over, and hopefully we're getting a script in the next month or two, and we'll go back to Crystal Lake." Jeanette, buy or sell the new Friday the 13th not being a found footage film?
Well, I buy that. I'll buy that for $1. I think it was that guy Fuller who I read like a couple months ago was like, yeah, we're going to be investigating the found footage angle and all this other stuff. I remember going off like, come on, how hard is it to make a found footage Friday the 13th movie? In fact, don't do it. It's stupid. It's like already kind of a tired idea, the found footage thing. And it's like, I don't know, to me, Friday the 13th, just get back to Crystal Lake. I think it was either Ellis or Harloff was like saying like, put a 70s spin on it, make it like real crunchy and kind of like a gross low budget film.
Crunchy.
Yeah, so that's what Friday the 13th should be. Maude Garrett should be the first person to see Friday the 13th, and I want to film her reaction, her crying when Jason's like running after a kid, but hire a really tiny Jason.
Amy Rose?
I'm in for that. Yeah, when I first hear found footage, I never really get excited. It doesn't mean it can't work. We saw Chronicle, we saw even Project Almanac. It kind of surprised me. I wasn't looking forward to it. It can be done, but I don't think that's the way to go generally. But with horror films, if it's done right, it really builds tension and suspense. But for something like this, first of all, I don't want another Friday the 13th. I'd rather you explore new concepts. Look at It Follows. That was kind of reminiscent of old horror films, and it works so beautifully well. So I think they're on the right track, at least to abandon this, but either go back to why it was so scary in the original or figure something else out.
Well, the director is from VHS, which was a found footage film. So I mean,
it can work, but
yeah, there might be some elements of found footage that they're still going to try to do. Like, we found this tape from 1973. It's, the Jason Chronicles.
Chucky's on it.
Yeah, or something like that. But, Friday the 13th is a great horror series, and it can be really done well. I like the reboot that they had, like, in 2009. Yeah. And it's 6 years. But it's like, how hard is it to make a Friday the 13th movie? It boggles my mind.
Schnapp for director. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to buy this for a couple of reasons. Number one, I buy that they're not going to do found footage. I'm so sick of found footage. Now, yes, every once in a while you'll get a Chronicle or something like that where it works, granted, but generally speaking, I'm just over the found footage stuff. But the other reason I buy this too is this, and hold on to your hats, folks. I'm going to say something positive about Michael Bay. What I really do like about this is that I think there's a lot of creative people in Hollywood that once they get their idea, come hell or high water, they're going to push their idea through and they're going to go with it. Michael Bay was originally, with his Platinum Dunes production company, was going to make the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a bunch of aliens. That clearly didn't work. And he showed that, you know what? Then let's change direction. And they actually ended up giving me a movie I kind of liked. You liked it too, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now they were going to go found footage with Friday the 13th. I'm actually encouraged by the fact that the producer's saying, we all looked down, we tried to make it work, and it's not working. A lot of people in this town would just say, doesn't matter, make it happen anyway. And they're going, you know what? We recognize it's not working. Let's go in another direction. That doesn't mean this movie's going to be any good. It might be, it might not be, but I do respect the people in this town who can look at something that was their idea and go, you know what, it's not working, let's change direction. So I really like that.
With a franchise, I feel like they have to be a little more careful, though.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And that's both the case with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Friday the 13th.
Yeah.